This gone Friday the 3rd of February 2023. I didn't immediately go on to school because I had a driving test followed by, sorry, I'm a driving lesson followed by the actual test. The driving lesson went really well. Um, Although the only thing I can really remember from it is that I stalled, but I wasn't really. I did sort of panic turning the car back on, and that will be sort of important for when I talk about the actual test, which I will now. So, um, I read the license plate fine, although, fuck, that was a long distance away. I thought it was nowhere near that long. Um, I was asked, how do I something about my fog lamps? So I turned the fog lamps on for my car. The lights are on like a panel to the right angle. Like sometimes it'll be a thing at the wheel, like if my instructor's car is like that. So turn the panel to the right twice, then pull it out. That turns the fog lights on. Then she asked something along the lines of, if I can't remember, but it's something to do with the distance between the car in front and my fog lights. I guessed 10 meters. Uh, then we went on, and so this is the center in Ards. So go go down the road. Told me to take go go left and stay left, because at that point it's uh 2 lanes. I don't know what you call those because I don't know the names of roads or types of roads. Um, but it's a road where you can only turn left, but I forgot that you can only turn left. So by the time I realized, it was too late for me to go in the second, so I had to turn around in third. And then this is on the this is on the road to Regent. And the first speed bump I went over way too fast. Um, Trying to remember what direction we went next. Ah, so went up that hill. Um, Next to our shopping centre, which apparently the my car sucks for going up in, but I don't think I don't know if I was marked down for that or not. I was then asked to turn right at the end of the hill, so at the very bottom, uh, in the direction of going into Dundonald, but turn for Esbro and you'll end up back in Ards. But I sort of overshot it, so let me just do a quick drawing. So the dot is where I ended up stopping the car, and the line is where the road is. So I sort of had to, which that is not good. I got a minor for that. And then on that road, which is a lot of bends, it's okay. It's tighter than that, but you get the point. A couple of cyclists in front of me, so I couldn't overtake them. Um, but eventually I ended up getting, according to the instructor, too close to the cyclists. Although I had my mum with me, and she said that it was a fine distance, it wasn't a problem. Um, then got me to do an emergency stop, which I would say that, well, I don't know if I was marked down for that or not. Problem is that when I practiced it with the instructor, every time, or not every time, but just he came on saying, "Oh, you need to do it faster." Like but my feet, the clutch is all the way down, and so is the brake. Like I cannot go any faster, or any faster to stop. You know what I mean? Um. Yeah. Eventually, an ambulance was behind me, and I was getting quite scared. Oh, what if they get a call and I need to? I don't know what you do when that happens because that's never happened before. I assume that you would pull over, but I don't know. Um. Luckily, it didn't. You know, it was fine. She then got me to reverse around a corner downhill, which it was all right. Anyway, then we'll start at the independent driving section, which I'd say went well because it wasn't much. It was, let me just try and describe where I am at this point. In fact, no, I won't. I was told to, at the junction, go left, then turn right at the first set of lights, and I might have got a minor for how I went right because I don't actually know if I was supposed to stop or not. I mean, the light was green, but there was someone on the opposite end of the road waiting, so I don't actually know if they had priority or anything like that. Anyway, at the next set of lights, I was told to go straight. I was then told to follow signs onto the Cumber Road, and I did that successfully. She then told me to turn left, which that's back in the region, and we just went back to the centre. And she said, "Okay, let's test over." Unfortunately, and you already know where this is going. So I got 12 minors. Uh, Apparently, me being close to the cyclists was an automatic fail, and she sent me an email detailing like everything that went wrong. So let me just get that up. So, safe distance behind vehicles, that was a serious fault. Mirrors well before signaling. Free driving faults. Controls, steering. I don't know what that means. Oh, I stalled once, and apparently I got a minor for that, but I was told by everyone I asked that stalling it won't be a minor. It'll be a minor if you panic. But I didn't panic. I confidently, the way my car works is that you have to switch the ignition off, switch it back on again, then go. I did that confidently. I did that fine. Um, Mirrors well before changing direction. 2 driving faults. Safety questions. 1 driving fault because apparently I got that wrong. Although my mum says that might have actually. Well, my mum said that the problem with that question is that my car apparently only has rear fog lights. It doesn't have front facing fog lights. Um. So I asked her, like, maybe is that a trick question or something? Because I did ask people uh, if trick questions would be asked because I was worrying about that the past couple weeks. I asked the driver. Really need to get a fake number for this guy. I asked him, and he said that uh, like I forgot the trick question that I had in my head, so I made up one on the spot, which was like say the say the light is red, but the instructor tells you to go on. Like, okay, are you supposed to go on, or say the instructor, no, I can't go on. The light is red. But I'll get more into that later. Moving away under control, 1 driving fault. Mirrors well before changing speed, 1 driving fault. Driving at appropriate speed, 1 driving fault, which it was after I passed with cyclists, I was doing about 30, even though it was a 40 or a national speed limit. I don't remember which. And Johnson's approach speed 1, which I'm going to assume is me turning in third. Faults not included in the overall total: eco-safe driving control, no fault. Eco-safe driving planning, no fault. So, after that, my mum drove me to school, and I was just in time to get the mentoring. I explained all this to the mentor. It was in less detail, and she said that 1, that instructor was too harsh. Well, my mum also said that. 2, all cars should have front-facing fog lights. So I don't really know. So a couple other things. I also talked about going to see Romeo and Juliet next week. I was supposed to go to the cinema tomorrow, but that's not cancelled, and stuff like that. At lunch, I ran into people that I had asked about the show and tell questions because I was confused about those. So then, I failed. He asked how many minors I got. I said 12. He said, it's barely anything. Sorry, he didn't say that. He said that it's not much. I snuck a full baguette out of the canteen, but I couldn't find anyone anywhere. I walked around school a couple times, eventually sat down, and eventually they all came. I explained all to them. The driver said that it's 12 is, a lot. And Dylan said that it's actually a good thing I failed because people who pass first time are more likely to crash in the first 2 years. I said, well, I've been driving for a year, so I haven't crashed once, so Yeah, that'll be it. Very British Scandal, universally positive ratings, watched on BBC. I don't know if BBC's original series, actually, yeah, it is. Claire Foy, Paul Bettany. Wait, is she in Making Me Dead? Oh, she's a girl from Young Sherlock Holmes. It's good. Not as good as Not as good as Very English Scandal. And I did just watch it because I thought they were connected. It turns out they're not.